Hello, dear student. Today we are going to read Chapter 4 Business Services. A business required services for smooth functioning and running. Services like warehousing, transportations, insurance, so that businessman can run its business smoothly. Now we have to understand what is the meaning of services. Services sector constitutes the basic infrastructure which is a must for smooth functioning of the business activities. Services include commercial firms engaged in banking, communication, transport, insurance, warehousing. Let's take an example. Insurance. Fire insurance may protect the businessman from fire losses. Characteristics of services. Services are intangible. We cannot touch the services, but we can feel the benefit of services. Services are intangible. These cannot be seen or touched. We can only feel services, or one can only experience them. Second, lack of homogeneity or inconsistency. Services have to be performed each time according to the demand and expectations of the customers. Homogeneity means the same, heterogeneous means not same. Services providers service provide differently. Inventory. There is no need to maintain the inventory or stock of services when service provider provides services. On that time you have to take the services. Example, ticket hall. You cannot use that ticket for the another day. Non-transferability or inseparability. The services cannot be separated from the provider. We understand this from one example, like teacher. You cannot apart her teaching from her side. Customers' participations on involvement. To experience the services, the participants of the customer is essential. Yes, involvement of customer is necessary. Classifications or types of services. Business services, social services, personal services. Business services are those services which are used for business enterprises. Example, banking, insurance, transportation. Social services carried voluntarily. The main motto of social service to uplift the society. Personal services are experienced differently by different customers as per their requirement. Example, tourism and restaurant. Various categories of business services: banking, insurance, postal and telecom services, warehousing services, transportation services. As we all know that transportation help us to transfer the goods from one place or from the place of production to the place of consumption. Warehousing help the producer to store the goods. When they required from the warehouses, goods were sent. Banking services. A bank is an institution which attract money on deposit for the purpose of being lent to industry or trade. As we all know that bank perform two functions: accepting deposit and advancing loans. Types of accounts. Saving deposit account. A person can open saving deposit account by depositing a small sum of money. He can withdraw money from his account whenever needed and can deposit. Rate of interest of saving deposit is generally lower than fixed deposit account. Yes, saving account facilitates withdrawal. Saving account facilitate deposit to the customer. Current deposit account is beneficial for the businessman. It also provides the overdraft facility to the businessman. Recurring deposit account. A depositor can deposit a fixed amount, say rupees 100 every month for a fixed period. The amount together with interest is repaid on maturity. When you when the time is over or on the date of maturity, the recurring deposit we will get. Fixed deposit account is a repayable account after the expiry of the specified period. The rate of interest is generally high. Multiple option account. It is a combination of it is a combination of two account, saving deposit account and current account. The facilities provided by saving account and current account will be included in multiple option deposit account. Some important services provided by bank draft. Bank draft is a facility in which transfer the amount from one bank to the another bank by the payer to the receiver. Banker's check. It is a document which instructs a bank to pay a certain sum to the third party. Overdraft. It is a facility which is provided by the bank to the businessman. He can overdraw his amount to pay the transaction. Cash credit. Under this arrangement, the borrower is allowed to withdraw up to certain limit against security. Here, security have to be provided. Short term, medium term, long term loan provided by the bank institutions. It will depend upon specified period, specified rate of interest. E-banking. E-banking is an electronic banking or online payment system which include phone, internet and bank balance. Features of RTGS. RTGS is a real-time gross settlement in which the amount is transferred without any waiting period. Automatic teller machine is a machine which we use to withdraw the money by putting a card. E-cash. This is the new concept of online payment system. E-cash is used over insert, email or personal computer or on mobile. The work digital cash work is similar to that of electronic fund between the banks. As we all know that in electronic cash we use internet, mobile, email, IDs, bank balance. Then we can transfer the money from one place to another place, from one account to the another account. Benefit of e-banking: digital payment and transparency, 24/7 services, convenience, less risk, financially discipline. Benefits of bank: competitive bank, unlimited networks, reduced loan on branches. Different methods of digital payment as e-banking services. They are debit card, credit card, NEFT and RTGS. As we earlier discussed, RTGS is a real-time gross settlement in which there is no waiting period, but in case of NEFT there is also electronic fund transfer, but there is a waiting period. Credit card is a card in which without having bank balance you can use that card for online payment. Debit card is a card in which we have to maintain a balance in our bank account, then we can do the transactions. Insurance services protect the businessman from the risk like fire, marine insurance. Important term: insurer. Insurer is a company. Insured is a person who take insurance policy. Happening of the event is a risk. Premium is the amount which is paid by the insured to the insurer. Life insurance is an insurance related with two type of risk of dying too early, risk of dying too late. It is related with health of the insured. Insured have to disclose all the facts related to the health to the insurer. Fire insurance protect fire risk against fire to the insured. Certain amount in form of premium has to be paid to the insurer by the insured. Principles of insurance. Principle of utmost good faith, that means disclose all the material facts. Principle of insurable interest, that means we have an insurable interest in our subject matter. Principle of indemnity means insurance is not in profit, is not doing for profit purpose. Principle of contribution means that if you take one policy from many insurers, then the insurers will contribute the risk by their contributions, because insurance is not a policy of profit. It is a policy to maintain your condition. Principle of subrogation. Insured have to provide the destroyed material, the destroyed subject matter to the insurer. Principle of causa proxima. Losses should be according to the cause mentioned in the terms and condition deed. Principles of mitigation loss. As we can do, we have to mitigate, we have to minimize the loss of the risk. Insurance and assurance. Insurance provide the stability against the risk. Assurance is a policy in which insured get payment whether he get loss or not. Types of insurance: life, fire, marine and health. Life insurance is related with health. Fire insurance, it related with fire. Marine insurance related with sea perils. Health insurance related with health. These all types of insurance provide the benefits to the insured, in which he paid premium to the insurer. Communication services. Communication services, firstly we have to understand the meaning of communication. It means exchange of ideas, views, messages, etc. Communication services are postal services, telecom services. In postal services we use post, like we can do UPC, registered post, speed post, courier services, through which we can send our mail to through which we can send our post to the another place, like we send Rakhi through speed post to our brother who are at distant place. Telecom services. Telecom services are the backbone of every business activity. In telecom services we use mobile phone, radio paging services, DTH services, so that we can get the information by these services. All these services help the business in different form, like banking provide financial services, insurance provide risk protection services, transportation provide from one place to another place services, etc.